Are you curious what a typical day looks like for a female entrepreneur? Then you've come to the right video. If you're new here, my name's Abi and I'm a brand designer and business owner from the UK. I'm giving you an insight to my day plus my top tips for managing your time when you work for yourself. So as you saw, I wake up around 5 o'clock, which is quite early, and get to the gym for 6. This has just become part of my routine and a really, really good habit for me. It starts my day off right and I feel so good after the session. Also makes me feel a little bit better for sitting at my desk for God knows how many hours because I've done some sort of exercise. Okay, if you're not starting your day off with a sing-song and a boogie, then you seriously need to start. If you want to listen to some banging tunes as well, I have created a playlist on Spotify called the Studio Playlist, so you can type that in, find some tunes, and start your morning off right. So, August is a little different for me. So normally I would be doing client work, showing you guys what I get up to, but I've actually taken the whole of August off and I'm working on my business rather than within it. So this really allows me to focus on the next steps within my business because I think you can get so caught up within your business that you forget to work on it. So I think it is crucial for any business owner to make sure they are setting time aside to actually work on your business. So the top 3 things that I am currently working on in August is a complete rebrand for my business as well as the direction and future goals. Next is a design shop for my website so I can start providing designers with some really, really good templates that you could send to clients and lots more. The last thing is this YouTube channel. So this YouTube channel has just picked up and grown massively in such a short amount of time. So this has actually changed my business goals and the future. So a lot of planning is happening with content ideas, sponsors, etc. So I'm so excited about that. So with that being said, time management is just so crucial for me for this month. So throughout this video, I'm going to be talking about how I manage my time as a designer and planning a month when you have no client work. So because I knew I had 1 month coming up with no client work, I had to make sure that everything I was planning was going to be productive and beneficial for me and my business. So to help with my time management and stuff like that, I actually use a software called Asana. This basically helps track, manage, and organize your whole workload. So I actually went through each day in August and wrote down things that I needed to work on. And then once the whole month had been planned out, I sort of moved things around and made sure that I was able to fit things in. And once I've got that planned out, I will actually on the day write a physical to-do list, which I'm going to do with you now. And I will show you how I plan out my day. So I am a massive, massive time blocker. So I love to time block out each hour of my day so I know exactly what is going on, and this way I can be the most productive. So I have a notepad from Size Studio, which basically allows you to put your checklist on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side there is an hourly thing. So from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night I can write in every hour what I've got going on. So with time blocking on my to-do list, what I like to do is do a brain dump of the jobs that I need to get done for that day on the right hand side. So that is on the checklist. And then on the left hand side is where I start scheduling in and time blocking exactly what jobs I need to do. Doing this just allows my brain to focus on one job at a time. If I've got 3 or 4 or 5 different jobs on in one day, it can get quite stressful and you never know where to start. So you can start with your priorities and then figure out how long each job is going to take you, write it down, and then it feels a lot less stressful. See, I already feel like my head is a lot clearer after time blocking and writing everything down on my to-do list. So if you don't do it, try it because it can really help if you're feeling stressed. So once the to-do list is written, I feel like I live the same day every day, but I then like to hop on my socials, reply to any messages, check my latest comments on my recent post, and then I like to jump on my stories, have a bit of a chit chat with everyone, tell everyone about my morning, and then once I've done that, I can get on with the first job on my to-do list. Good morning, happy Tuesday, hope you have a beautiful day. I'm feeling really good today. I've been to the gym, The sun is shining, the to-do list has been written, and I've planned out my whole day, which always makes me feel so much better. And I've got the assistant in with me today, although she seems to have fallen asleep on the job. Make myself laugh. Little reminder to go and talk on your Instagram stories if you don't already as a business. It is honestly so beneficial and one of the main reasons I've been able to grow an audience and grow my business so much. So the first thing on my to-do list is to come up with some social media posts. I probably spend at least 1 hour a day on social media and planning the next few posts. So I like to post around 6 to 7 times a week, which is quite a lot, but all of my audience and pretty much most of my clients come from social media. So it is a massive, massive point within my business that I need to make sure I spend a lot of time on. So I'm gonna come up with the next probably 3 or 4 posts for the next week. So with my social media content, I plan everything in Adobe Illustrator, and I will basically block out the next 2 weeks worth of content, and I will write exactly what the content topic is going to be. So whether that's a reel, a picture of me, client work. Then once I know exactly where things are going, probably a week before is when I actually start designing the posts and then putting them in ready so I know exactly how my feed's going to look. Okay, I am on my next job now, which is to do some templates for my design shop, as I spoke about earlier. And when I design, there are 3 things that I either listen to, which is 1, a podcast, 2, some tunes, and 3, a Netflix series or just some documentary of some sort that I put in the background. So today I have chosen to listen to a podcast, and my favorite podcast to listen to is by Stephen Bartlett, which is The Diary of a CEO. If you haven't listened to this podcast, honestly, it just changed my whole mindset of running a business, and it was so nice to get into another head of someone that ran their own business and was so successful. So if you get a chance, go and listen to his podcast. So it is lunchtime now, we are in my kitchen, and something that I've found that really helps me is actually writing down when I'm going to eat lunch on my to-do list, because in the past I've just found myself not eating till probably around 2 o'clock, or not even eating lunch because it wasn't scheduled in, and I'd sort of go over my jobs and they would take longer than I thought. So writing it down and actually scheduling when you're going to eat lunch helps. So we are back in the studio and back from lunch now, and I have grabbed my to-do list to make sure I know exactly what I've got planned for the rest of this afternoon. So for the next 2 hours, I'm actually going to be working on brand strategy for my own business. Now, this is something I've never actually done, which is crazy to think about as a brand designer. I do it a lot of the time for my clients, but I've never sat down and worked on my own brand strategy for my own business. So it made me think, because I winged it, imagine if I actually plan it, how incredible it could be. So I'm gonna sort the brand strategy out so then I can have a think about my rebrand, and it will hopefully put the foundations in place for my website, my social media content, and the future of my business. Let me know if you're a designer and you're the same as me and you haven't actually worked on your own brand strategy for your business. Hopefully it's not just me. Okay, so I'm currently taking a little break now. This is my studio right here. I'm just enjoying the sunshine. I'm giving myself a well-earned rest. I've done around 1 hour of my brand strategy, and my mind was getting pretty full. So when that happens, I like to give myself a little rest, and then I like to do jobs in between. So on the rest of my to-do list is to reply to some YouTube comments and to repurpose some content for Pinterest. Repurposing content is my favorite thing to do. So if you aren't doing this already, it is literally so easy and so good. So what I like to do is take my content that I post on Instagram and repurpose it onto other social media platforms. So for this instance, it's going to be Pinterest. So I will literally take my Instagram post, repurposed it for Pinterest and it has been so beneficial. I think I'm on nearly 1 million monthly impressions, which is insane. So it is 5 o'clock now and that is my day done, which is pretty good for me. I feel like I've had a really productive day. I managed to cross a lot of things off my to-do list, which is always such a good feeling at the end of the day. So I'm gonna go and eat some tea, run myself a bath. I literally live for baths. Like, I would take a bath over a shower any day. I think I've mentioned this before. And then sometimes I will come back down to the studio depending on how I feel. I always just kind of listen to my body. If I'm feeling creative still and I want to get some personal work done, I will go and eat tea and come back down to the office. But you've just got to listen to your body and just work when you feel like working. Do not ever force yourself to work, because that's when you start hating it. I hope you have enjoyed this video of coming along with me and seeing what I get up to in my day. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to see some more content just like this.